Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a story that honestly sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It really does.
But the claim is that it's all rooted in a very real discovery. Think ancient tech, secret chambers, government cover-ups, the whole nine yards.
hmm And we're heading, figuratively speaking, to the Bucegi Mountains in Romania, a place that's already, kind of soaked in these old legends about giants, hidden cities underground.
Right.
And this deep dive, it's focusing on one specific, supposedly earth-shattering find, detailed back in 2009, in a book called Transylvania Sunrise.
Okay.
And what really kicked things off, or gave it legs in certain communities, was the co-author, Peter Moon, later saying, no, this isn't fiction, this actually happened.
Yeah.
That really lit a fire in the paranormal world.
So that's our mission here then, to really unpack these pretty incredible claims. We're talking super advanced ancient tech, maybe information being deliberately hidden.
That's, yeah.
And just look at the details that make this story so sticky, so compelling. Especially, like you said, given all the other stuff, the folklore and other alleged finds from that same area.
And the way it supposedly started is, well, it's quite the setup. The story goes that back in 2002, a Pentagon satellite,
Yeah.
and apparently one specifically designed for finding things underground, like structures,
Uh-huh.
it detected this massive empty space deep inside the Bucegi Mountains, dome-shaped, and a whole network of tunnels connected to it.
Dome-shaped. So not a natural cave system.
That was the conclusion, apparently. It just didn't look
Yeah.
natural, it looked artificial.
Okay, so the Pentagon finds this. What happens next?
Well, according to the narrative, immediate action. A top-secret U.S. government expedition was supposedly sent out there.
Right.
And then just a little bit later, maybe 2003, this Romanian intelligence unit, they call it the Zero Department,
Okay.
they also picked up on weird activity there and basically stumbled onto the same site.
Wow. Okay. So both U.S. and Romanian intelligence involved.
Exactly. And this is where, the plot thickens, really. Because the big question becomes, why all the secrecy?
Yeah.
The claim is the Romanian government actually wanted to go public with this, announce it to the world.
Makes sense. Huge discovery.
But then, reportedly, the U.S. government stepped in, put a ton of pressure, is a phrase used, on the Romanians to keep it
A
quiet.
ton of pressure. So they really didn't want this getting out. But why? What did they supposedly find down there?
Right, that's the core of it. So the expedition, once they got access, first found this huge tunnel, described almost like, a modern subway tunnel.
Really?
Yeah, and the walls were supposedly perfectly polished, like smooth, almost looked brand new, even though it was clearly
For
ancient.
polished walls. Okay.
Then at the end of this tunnel, a massive stone gate. And here's a sort of chilling detail from the account.
Uh-huh.
3 investigators, supposedly, just dropped dead. Cardiac arrest the moment they got too close to it.
Whoa. Seriously.
That's the story. Which led them to think this gate wasn't just stone. It had some kind of, incredibly advanced technology protecting it.
Like a defense mechanism.
Seems like it. They said anything they tried to use on it, lasers, drills, whatever, just instantly evaporated, turned into this fine dust.
Oh.
So yeah, some kind of energy field, maybe. Something way beyond what we understand. Whoever built it clearly wasn't playing by our rules of physics.
Okay, so a deadly, impenetrable gate. How did they get past it then?
Well, the account gets a bit vague there, but eventually, after a lot of effort, this elite crew managed to disable whatever defense it had and get through.
And inside, what was waiting for them?
They entered this huge, vast space, totally silent. They call it the Grand Gallery.
The Grand Gallery.
And the first thing that hit them, reportedly, was the light. It was perfectly illuminated like daylight, but no lamps, no bulbs, no visible source for the light anywhere.
Huh. Ambient light, just there.
Exactly. And the scale of everything inside the room itself, objects, artifacts, it was all clearly built for beings much, much taller than humans.
Giants. Like the local legends.
The implication is certainly there, yeah. And they also found all this equipment scattered around. Highly advanced stuff they just couldn't make heads or tails of.
Like what kind of equipment?
Devices that seemed to work without any obvious power source. No moving parts they could see.
Mm-hmm.
Functioning based on principles, well, completely unknown to us.
Okay, this is getting wild. No light source, giant scale, mystery tech.
But the main event, the real treasure, supposedly, were these huge tablets. Massive tablets made of some unknown material, covered in a strange, cuneiform typewriting they couldn't recognize.
Unknown writing. So what did they think was on them?
The belief, or the claim, is that this writing holds, well, basically everything. all the answers, is how it's put.
All the answers. To what?
About us, our origins, the real history of Earth, the universe,
Hmm.
like a complete cosmic database. Imagine finding that. A total rewrite of everything we think we know,
That's staggering.
and it gets better, or maybe weirder. These tablets also allegedly contain secrets to incredible medical breakthroughs, even the secret to eternal life.
Eternal life. Seriously. Okay, hold on. Tablets with a history of everything and eternal life.
That's a massive claim, I know. It speaks to those, deep, ancient human desires for knowledge and immortality.
No kidding. Okay, so these tablets are the centerpiece, but you mentioned tunnels earlier. Was there more to that?
Oh, yeah. The discoveries didn't stop with the gallery. They also supposedly found that this gallery was just a hub for a huge network of underground tunnels.
A network. Going where?
This is where Peter Moon's account gets really expansive. He claims these tunnels stretch across the globe. One supposedly goes to Egypt.
Egypt, like Giza.
Possibly. Another one reportedly leads to Iraq, and a third to Tibet.
So like a prehistoric subway system connecting continents.
That's kind of the picture it paints.
Yeah.
A very different view of what ancient civilizations might have been capable of compared to what's in our history books.
Definitely. Egypt, Iraq, Tibet. That's incredible if true. Any other tunnels?
Yes, and this is where it dips into even more, let's say, speculative territory. Another tunnel allegedly went straight down, deep into the earth,
Down.
towards the core.
That's the implication. And it's led some people to connect this to the whole hollow earth theory.
Ah, right. The idea that the earth isn't solid, but it has like an inner world.
Exactly, that this tunnel might be an entrance to that inner realm. Now, that's obviously a huge leap.
Yeah, that's way out there.
But just the existence of such a deep tunnel, regardless of where it goes, would be pretty revolutionary in terms of ancient engineering.
True. Okay, so tunnels potentially spanning the globe and going deep underground. And this whole complex, this grand gallery, was found under a specific landmark.
Yes, and that's another fascinating layer. It was supposedly located directly beneath a natural rock formation in the Bucegi Mountains that's known locally as the Romanian Sphinx.
The Romanian Sphinx, I've seen pictures. It does have that Sphinx-like shape. It does. And some argue it looks, well, artificially enhanced. Very, very old.
Okay, a discovery under a Sphinx. That rings a bell. Isn't there something about the Sphinx in Egypt?
You're thinking of Edgar Cayce. Spot on.
Right, the sleeping prophet.
Exactly. Often called, the greatest psychic. Back in 1939, Cayce supposedly gave a prophecy about the Great Sphinx in Giza. He said that beneath its paws there was a hidden chamber, a hall of records, and that finding this hall would contain knowledge that would change mankind forever.
Wow. So Case predicts a hall of records under the Egyptian Sphinx.
Uh-huh.
And decades later, there's this alleged discovery of a gallery full of knowledge under a Romanian Sphinx.
The parallel is pretty striking, isn't it? It certainly makes you wonder. Leads to speculation, could sphinxes around the world be markers, landmarks for similar hidden places, halls of records, maybe even entrances to this supposed inner Earth network?
That's a mind-bending thought. Sphinxes as ancient signposts.
It adds another layer of intrigue to the whole thing.
And it's worth remembering, too, this Bucegi story doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? You mentioned the legends earlier.
Exactly. Romania, that whole region, is just filled with stories and even some physical evidence that seems to resonate with this. There are numerous accounts, some documented, some folklore, of giant skeletons being unearthed over the years.
Giant skeletons, connecting back to the scale of the Grand Galleries.
Precisely. And local legends consistently talk about giants who built enormous underground cities and tunnels. Plus, there are other claims of finding strangely advanced artifacts in the area, things that seem out of place technologically.
So a backdrop of supporting legends and potential evidence.
And what gives some of that a bit more, grounding, is that there's been a documented discovery completely separate from the Transylvania sunrise claims by construction workers in Romania. They uncovered an extremely old underground tunnel system.
Really? Documented?
Yeah, its origin is totally unknown. Nobody knows who built it or when. It just shows that finding unexpected ancient subterranean structures in Romania isn't purely fantasy. It happens.
Okay, so that documented find does add weight. It makes the Bucegi claims, while still extraordinary, maybe seem slightly less impossible in that context.
It provides a compelling backdrop. Absolutely. It weaves together legend, the alleged discovery, and some documented unknowns.
So, wrapping this up, we've gone from a satellite ping to secret missions, a hidden gallery, incredible technology, universe-altering tablets, global tunnels, and connections to sphinxes and prophecies.
Quite a journey.
It really is. This deep dive, I mean, we've barely scratched the surface of what believers think is down there, but it forces you to ask, what if?
Hmm.
What if even a fraction of this is true? What if that kind of knowledge answers about us, the earth, the universe, even eternal life? What if it actually exists hidden away, or physical places, like a real hall of records?
It fundamentally changes everything, doesn't it? Our whole understanding of who we are, where we came from, what ancient peoples were capable of, the history of the planet itself.
Yeah.
It really brings home that, no matter how much we think we know, how advanced we believe we are, this planet likely holds mysteries we haven't even begun to imagine. We probably don't know the half of what's truly beneath our feet.